It's August. You might notice I'm a little spooky today, and I'm spooky because we are in the middle of a spooky cyber sale at artbeads.com. And so I never miss a chance to wear a little bit of headgear. So I am ready to share with you some really spooky must-haves for spooky season. So if you've been paying attention, the sale has been going on. It's up to 40% off. And there are lots of great goodies for you to stock up for the spooky season. And I'm so excited to share some things with you today. This is my personal shopper show of the month. So to get us started, let's make sure we do our housekeeping. This is Designing with Deb. I'm Deb Floros. This again is my personal shopper show for the month. I've curated some spooky things for you. And if you're watching at artbeads.com/live, you're watching at the best location to have an interactive experience. Now, I must say this show is pre-recorded, so you probably won't get much reaction from me, but you will be able to interact with Michelle and Eric. They'll be in the behind the scenes for the show. So certainly if you have questions or comments, feel free to interact in the comments and they'll see what you have to say. You can also share the love by clicking on the heart icon. I will appreciate it. All of the Art Beads designers appreciate it. And so does Eric and Michelle. They work hard on these shows. So thank you guys for being here. And gosh, if you want to shop the show, because there are so many fun things, click on that shopping bag. Make sure you check out everything that's there. Hopefully supplies are still good because this is the last day of the sale. So click on that shopping bag, load up your shopping cart, and don't forget to check out before the end of the show. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, your live comments won't be seen during the show, but you can come over to artbeads.com/live and join us here. This is the place to be. This is where all the action is, and you'll get to see a spider on my head. Anyways, I'm going to flip the camera down and get us started because I've got so many fun things to share with you today. Ooh. So I've got a really spooky surface for you here, but it's going to be hard to see all of the fun things I've got to show you. So I'm going to move that out of the way for now. And I've got fun stuff, guys. So it is the spooky season. And if you've been out and about, you've probably seen that Halloween is already all over the retail stores. And I think this time of year is kind of fun because you can pick out all the latest and greatest goodies for Halloween, decorations and costumes, and of course, jewelry making supplies. So I've got some fun things. Get them now while you can. I always find that Halloween things seem to be, they seem to be gone when I need them most. So sorry about that little glitch in getting that in focus. So this is a fun thing to add to your bracelets or earrings or necklaces for Halloween. This is a tiara cast antique silver skull head bead. And it is so fun, so much detail, like some floral detail on top. This would also work for Dia de los Muertos designs. So if you like to celebrate that or make designs for those who celebrate that, this is a fun little bead. I've made designs with this on a bracelet and just strung one or two of them on the bracelet and just adds a nice little skull accent. And frankly, it doesn't have to be Halloween to wear, to use a skull in your designs. But if you're going to make Halloween designs and spooky designs, you'll need some skulls for sure. So I'm hoping you guys will enjoy this one. Tiara cast quality is always so great. So that's a fun thing to put in your cart and get ready for the spooky season. All right. I thought these beads looked like Halloween. So I'm seeing in a lot of retail venues that Halloween is now bringing in some pink tones. So purple has kind of always been part of Halloween, but I'm seeing pink is coming into the mix. So these beads are really, really cool. And I think I'm actually going to show this in a white container or a white tray. So these beads look so great for any of your seed bead designs, any of your needs that you have for spacers. You know, I love to use seed beads for spacers. These have like shades of dark, like black and gray and gold, and there's some pink and purple in there. This is a lovely check glass seed bead, and they're matubos and they're 10 O's, and it's such a great shape and size for just about anything. So these are great. This is such a fun thing to add to your cart, add to your list of things you need to stock up on for the spooky season. This is going to go with all the Halloween designs. So I'm loving this. This is a lot of fun, and you get so many of them in this vial. Again, they're size 10s. They're 1 millimeter. So they are really, really cool. So you'll want to pick those up. They actually look great if you think about it with this skull. So if you've already dropped that skull into your cart, you can pull these up, use these as spacers or in your seed bead designs for the spooky season. Now, another thing I like to do during the spooky season is I like to work with dark metals. So this is black niobium, and these are just some plain ear wires, and they're tiara cast. They've got a nice generous loop, and they're a dark metal. So I did a line of jewelry designs a while back, several years back, called my Dark Metals collection. And I used a lot of these niobiums and black chain and black findings. And think about how fun this is with, you know, some of your spooky designs. So maybe you're making some seed beaded earrings and you need a fun ear wire that sort of suits the fun work that you've done for the spooky season. These are terrific. I love how these look, and they're so simple. They're not going to take away from your design. So these are great to stock up on. You won't want to miss these. These are just such a fun addition to stocking up for the season. Okay, now these are some fun beads. So these have a very autumnal tone to them. And I just thought that you could do something very spooky with these, or they just go a little more autumn, you know, fall, subtle. These are genuine red carnelian, and they're matte. They are a gorgeous bead. So they are Dakota stones, and the strand is a nice, generous strand. These beads are a great size for like pumpkin beads, maybe a bracelet that you want to add a little bit of an accent to. Proportionally, this might be a little bit too small, but maybe you've got another Halloween accent or fall accent that you want to add to these beads, maybe some metal leaf charms, that kind of thing. But stock up on these colors and these tones now, because once everybody gets past the summer and the kids get back to school, all the Halloween stuff and the autumnal tones and beads and things are all going to be very limited, and they may already be limited because Halloween is already in our face in all of the retail areas. So we're getting ahead to let you have a chance to pick up and stock up for the spooky season. So Dakota Stones makes great gemstone, or brings us great gemstone beads. Sorry. So you'll want to pick these up. They're a really nice quality and great colors for this time that we're talking about. Now, speaking of some more little accents that you might want to use, so what about some more skull charms? Now, these are Art Beads Sterling Silver. They're small skull and crossbone charms. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love these little guys. They are so much fun. And they are a nice quality. They are concave on the other side, but you could add just one to a bracelet. Maybe you've got a seed beaded earring that you want to dangle one of these from, or dangle them from. They make a nice sort of spooky little accent to just about anything. These are really fun. I had not seen these before when I was curating this spooky season collection for my shopper show, and they are really a lot of fun. Just tons of great detail, and there's holes where the eyes are, so you'll be able to see the light through them, or if you put something behind them, you'll be able to see that through. So maybe it goes on top of a disc, a metal disc that will show through. So much fun. Pick these up. These are going to go fast because they're just perfect for this time of year. So they might even be limited already. I hope there's still some available for you when this show airs. So next, one thing I've also worked with a lot this time of year is colored wire. So we're so used to seeing wire in silver and gold and, you know, shades of brass and copper, but we don't often think about getting wire in a color. And Art Beads has in their designer wire a black. So this is a black non-tarnished 22 gauge wire. This is a generous amount of wire and excellent for those spooky designs. So let me see if I can show you. This is lovely. So look at that black wire. If you were to, you know, maybe wire up some seed beads, or maybe you want to put your skull bead on some wire, that black looks so dramatic, and maybe you wouldn't use it any other time of year, but you get some, and you've got some stocked up for this year and maybe beyond. 22 gauge is a great gauge to work up some earrings or some other fun projects, maybe some wrap projects. So this black is so great, and it is tarnish resistant. Should hold its color pretty darn well. So this is a fun thing to add to your cart, so you've got it to work up some of those spooky designs. I'm crazy about this wire. I've got a bunch of plans for what I'm going to do with that wire. Now, of course, where there is black, there is orange. So you can't have Halloween without orange. And I've got some really cool, bright size 8 Toho seed beads. And these are silver lined. They're a medium orange. Let me put these into a tray so you can see how lovely these bright orange beads are. The silver lining just adds a little something to them and makes them pop just a little bit more. So look how bright they are. And if you add them to a dark wire like this, look at this perfect Halloween combination, black and orange. That's traditionally what we think of. And I love this particular orange. It's just so bright and cheerful and great for the spooky season. So wonderful for the designs you might be thinking about for this season and this time of year. And, you know, autumn designs also. Look at that. I'm spilling these guys all over the place. But these also can go other times of year as well. I like to use orange all year round. It's actually one of the colors I'm really obsessed with right now. I've been making a lot of my own designs with a lot of orange, and I'm digging how these look. I'm thinking these are going to go into a design of mine. So check out the Toho 8s in this beautiful medium orange, and they are silver lined. Don't miss out on those because you're probably going to need something like that for the spooky season. And okay, these are beautiful, and this can be something fun to add to just a simple bracelet. So maybe you're making something with these seed beads and you just need a dark accent. These are Prestige 12 millimeter coins. They're crystal pearl magical black. And they are so shiny. They're picking up that ring light like crazy. So they look like eyes. Spooky. I love it. So look at that. They look totally like eyes. But they are coin shaped. They have a nice generous hole. They're such a lovely quality because they are Prestige. And these are the color 5860 if you like to go by the Prestige colors. And these 12 millimeter coins are great for a bracelet focal. Maybe you want 2 or 3 of them as a bracelet focal. And maybe you want to hang one at the bottom of an earring. And look at here, we've got an instant earring design with these skull charms. So you can take one of your coin pearls and one of our little skull charms, and you've got a cute, fun little Halloween spooky season earring. So cool. I love these, and you can buy them, I believe, by the piece. So you can, get just a couple of them or get, a few just to put into a bracelet. They are lovely. 12 millimeter, grab these while you can. The black is great this time of year, so everybody else is going to be thinking about that too. Now, these are some of, I think this is my favorite pick of the show. These are fun. I've worked with these before. These are Ginko leaf 2-hole beads. And these have kind of a crackled finish to them. They are glass. And remember I mentioned I'm seeing pink being added to the mix of Halloween colors. So a couple of the retail stores are really showing that. So I was inspired to add the pink ones here. There's also a few other colors as well to this look. So first of all, let me tell you what they are. So they are Matubo 2-hole ionic Ginko leaf beads. And we've got jet and white. We've got white and jet, and then we've got pink and blue. And it almost looks black, and I'll show you these in a dish here so you can see what they look like. They are so much fun. So they look spooky to me. Like, do they not look spooky to you? They're fun, and you don't have to work these into a seed bead design. I actually did a design with wire last year with Becky on one of her lives, showing the use of these with some seed beads. I believe they were size 11s. And I just used some either 22 or 24 gauge wire and strung them onto the wire and created some fun earrings. So there's our black ones. And then let me show you, these kind of look like bones, the white. So perfect for your spooky season designs. Look at that crackled look. They are so much fun. And if you've never seen the 2 holes on a Ginko, that's what they look like. They come through the bottom like that. And you can orient them this way or that way or both in a design. These look like bones, super spooky. And then in the pink ones, check out these pink ones. If you want to do a little something interesting, look at these pink ones. Oh, they're so cool. And they have blue, but that could easily translate to black. So put these all together and you could create something really fun. And I believe there's a bunch of other options for these. I worked with some black and green ones, which kind of reminded me of Frankenstein last year. So these are great. I've got all 3 of them in the show. They're really fun, and you might find that you come up with some really cool things just because it's the spooky season and they're really inspiring, fun pieces to work with. So that's that. Now, if you like to do seed bead work, and maybe you want to make beaded beads like we did several shows of mine back, a few months back, you might like working with OneG. This is a 100% nylon stringing material or a material that you can do seed bead work with, and it's made by Toho. And look at this color, orange. It is gorgeous. So you could take your Ginko beads and use some of the OneG and create something really fun and cool. Maybe you want to take one of those prestige pearls and attach it to some seed bead work. Look at this combination. So we've got those cool seed beads, a prestige pearl, and that OneG. I'm sure this is going to give you some great ideas, but to get this in a fun color, maybe you're used to using it just for, you know, like a subtle color that really just fades into the background, but maybe you want your OneG to show. And that orange is nice and rich, perfect for the spooky season, but also perfect for any of your autumn and fall designs that you might be making. So I like working with OneG. It's great for some of my seed beaded projects that I've done. It's always fun to work with. All right, now don't want to leave purple out of the mix. So I still think there's opportunity to bring flowers into your spooky season designs, especially if they're a fun sort of spooky season color. Now this is a check glass strand of 8x4mm flower beads in the color Tanzanite, and it's such a dark purple, it may not even be showing up purple on the screen, but that's kind of fun too, because if you're looking for something dark and maybe you want to combine it with something else dark, now that's black. That's definitely not black, but it's dark and broody, and it makes the flowers really interesting. So maybe you want to incorporate some flowers into your spooky season designs, or your Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead designs that often have flowers as part of that celebration. So these are really cool. You get a nice long strand of these. I really love these flowers. They're a nice size. You could do a little flower ring. I've done these on stretch cord for a ring. Super fun to work with. Great spooky season color. So think about flowers. You can use flowers for spooky season. I think it's perfectly acceptable. And oh gosh, so these charms, I hope these are still available when this show airs. Look at these fun, spooky skeleton charms. They are so detailed and so much fun. They're little enameled charms. They're Sweet and Petite brand, which is so fun. Art Beads carries these throughout the year. Usually it's a seasonal kind of thing, but there are others too. And they are 26x10mm skeletons, and they are a gold tone on the back and then a white and gold tone on the front. It's a little bit, the camera is really having a hard time with these because they have so much detail on them, but they are super fun. They are, just about an inch long and maybe a ½ inch wide, and they're just fun for an earring. Again, you could take, a pearl, a prestige coin pearl, and just wire wrap a loop and attach this guy onto the bottom. You've got a perfect little Halloween spooky season earring. Maybe you want to grab a fun Ginko bead or do something with the Ginkgos and attach your charm. These are great for anyone who loves Halloween or the spooky season. Look at this little squad of skeletons here. They are so much fun. Don't miss these because I'm sure they're going to go super fast once people realize they got to get going on their spooky season designs. All right, here's a basic. You gotta have a basic black spacer bead or seed bead, however you want to think of these. These are Toho rounds. They're 8/0 and they're opaque, shiny jet black. Let me grab myself another tray here. These are perfect for spooky season. Now, they don't have to be just for spooky season, but they are perfect for it. So they're a lovely quality. Toho makes amazing beads and the quality is really superb. So they are a great staple. Maybe you want to make an all black bracelet with that prestige pearl. Maybe you want to combine these with your Ginkos. You need a little spacer bead to go with your Ginko. These are fun. Oh, and look, with the orange, oh my gosh, so great. Such a fun combination. And because these are a little shiny and these are like silver lined, they have a little kind of a different shiny than these. You have a really interesting combination of beads there. So I love these. You always got to have black beads around. You never know when you're going to need them. So get this 2.5-inch tube of these beads. They are perfect for your spooky season stock up. Now look at these. These look like little pumpkins or little squash or some kind of gourd. And I love these. They're check glass faceted drop bottom cuts. They're 8x6 millimeter, and I can see creating a little pumpkin-ish earring with these, or they kind of maybe look a little bit like candy corn. So you could do a kind of subtle candy corn, maybe not as cartoon as the traditional candy corn look. And they are so cute, so much fun. And the next item I'm going to show you is something you could use to kind of create an earring effect with these for a pumpkin. But these are great. Don't miss out on these. You know, people are going to be picking these up for fall and Halloween. So I'm going to set that there for just a minute because this is something that I think you'll want to grab as well. And this will help you with some of your spooky season needs as well. So we looked at the colored wire earlier, the black. This is olive green, and you could use this for creating stems. So I see a lot of people make pumpkin earrings, and they take a bead and then they take some wire and they create like a little curly Q that looks like a stem on their pumpkin. And these would look great with that kind of idea. So you could take these little pumpkin-ish beads and wire them through, put some wire through and do a little curly Q up top to look like you've got a stem. So this is 24 gauge tarnish resistant olive in that Art Beads designer wire. This is a really lovely color of green, which could potentially carry you into the winter as well for maybe red and green designs. And you could go a little less traditional green for it. But I love this combination of things. I think this is going to be really fun for you. So make sure you pick this up so you're ready to go to create those pumpkins and things that need a little bit of a stem added to them. So get yourself some of this fun olive colored wire. All right, so another little staple you might want to think about, perhaps you like a more traditional pearl. What about a black pearl? So we saw these cool coin pearls by Prestige, and they are a really fun, sort of almost matte with shine on top. These are more of a traditional glass pearl, and they are round. They're 10 millimeter. And they're crystal pearl black. The color is 5810. And I think these are amazing. So if you want to go a little bit more sophisticated spooky, these pearls look fantastic. Maybe you combine them with these other prestige pearls, the coins. Maybe you combine them with these amazing seed beads, this little mix we have. Maybe you even add them as a solo to a bracelet of these cool check glass beads. So I love these pearls. They are gorgeous. Prestige makes a lovely glass pearl. They're such nice quality, and a 10 millimeter pearl is really fun to work with. So you can create all kinds of fun things with these beautiful pearls. Get them while you can, because people are going to start figuring out that they need black pearls, and I would hate for you to miss out on them. All right, guys, I've got a couple more things for you. This, now I mentioned pink. Bringing pink into the picture for Halloween, so much fun. This is a really fun Toho seed bead. It's an 8-0 and it's a color-lined pink. It's very luminous, very beautiful, and I'll show you what these look like in a tray because they are so beautiful. They've got, they're a pink lined, but they're clear. So they have a really fun look to them. They're gonna add some fun whimsy to your spooky season. So if you wanna introduce some pink with your orange and your black, maybe you've got your ginkgos, look at the combination of those three things, black and orange and pink. What a fun combination for Halloween. I'm going to be bringing some pink to my spooky season. So grab some of these, and these are a nice big size, so they'll look really good when you use a lot of them together or just as a simple spacer on a bracelet or something. These are fun. Don't overlook pink for the spooky season. I think you'll enjoy bringing that in. All right, one last thing. This is so fun. You're not gonna wanna miss this, so I hope these are still available. This is a little witch's broom charm. This is an art bead sterling silver piece. It is so cute. So it's probably about an inch long, and it has so much detail, it looks just like a broom. So maybe you just want a little subtle something. Maybe what did I do with those pearls? Like, here's the coin pearls. So you could hang just a nice, a nice charm off of this pearl. This broom is absolutely wonderful, and it's double-sided, so the detail is on both sides. Maybe you want it to hang off of a bracelet, so you can take it and attach it to a bracelet. And maybe you just want a really simple chain necklace with a little charm for your neck mess. This can hang down, and it's just the cutest. So yeah, this is probably one of my most fun personal shopper shows because there are so many fun things I put together for you. I think my favorite are these Matubo ginkgo leaves. And the black and the white and the pink give you so many great options for Halloween. You're going to love these and have some fun with these. And check out the other colors that are available as well. They're a lot of fun. So let me flip my camera back up, guys, and we'll wrap this one up. So I hope you guys enjoyed what I curated for you for this show. It's spooky season, and whether you like it or not, it's coming. So maybe you're a little distracted still with the summer. Maybe you're distracted with back to school, but Halloween is looming. And if you go into any of the big retail stores, you see Halloween. I've seen Halloween candy at the grocery store. So it's coming. It's spooky season, and I think we should embrace it and go with it. And you need to be ready for all of the amazing things that you're going to make. Whether you're making for sale or you're making for yourself from your friends, make sure you have what you need. So get yourself some orange, get yourself some pink, get yourself some black, and use some fun wire, some fun colored OneG, and some fun Halloween charms. So I hope that you will all drop some of these things into your shopping bag and into your shopping cart. And don't forget to check out. You don't want to miss these. Some of these things may be in limited supply because we've had this sale going on for a bit. So get what you need, get it now, and let's start celebrating the spooky season. And I'm going to be back next week for another fun show. But in the meantime, don't miss out on Andrea Bieber on Tuesday, Julie Bean on Wednesday, Becky Doll on Thursday, and Sarah Lovecraft on Friday. Why did I blank for a second there? Anyways, don't miss out on any shows, and you can always go back and watch them on replay. So there's so many fun shows to go back and see, and you can binge watch all kinds of fun projects and find some great ideas for inspiration for the spooky season or any season. And please close out your carts before you lose out on these great opportunities. And join us at Serious Art Beaters on Facebook. There's a group out there where you can share your designs that you're making for the spooky season and otherwise. And guys, I'll see you next week for a fun project. I hope you have a wonderful